I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, today we're reading from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, and let's focus on verses 13 and 14. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is man's all. For God will bring every work into judgment, including every secret thing, whether good or evil. Now, when my children were little, my wife and I noticed that we tended to be negative in how we instructed our kids. That is, when they were being good, we seldom praised them, but they sure heard from us whenever we observed them doing something they should not be doing. And it seemed that no was heard way more often than yes in our home. So we decided to institute a practice called caught being good. Right? And the idea is the opposite of being caught being bad. And periodically, when we noticed a child was sharing toys, or maybe they were observing the first time that we asked, or they were talking kindly to a sibling, well, then we just say literally out loud, caught being good. And then we try to reward them somehow. And we discovered this to be a very positive motivational practice. It not only rewarded the behavior of one child, but it also encouraged the other children. And the hope was that a positive competition for pleasing mom and dad and just doing the right thing would ensue. And you know what? Sometimes it did. And there are many people, believers and non-believers, whose opinion of God is that he's the God of the negative. And they don't understand that when the Bible says fear God, that it doesn't mean to be afraid of God. You know, fearing God means to honor and to respect him as he deserves. And still, people's negative opinion of God remains. Yes, God is the lawgiver, and he is the judge of all mankind, and he will judge according to his word. But he's also more gracious and loving than people give him credit for. And he holds us accountable, and yet he offers us liberty. He commands us to be disciplined followers, and yet he wants a personal relationship with us, to the point where he considers us sons and daughters and co-inheritors with Christ. So reading the last words of the book of Ecclesiastes, where the Lord brings into judgment every secret thing that we have done, the idea of our sin being exposed and announced to all creation, well, man, that's cause for anxiety for even the most pious believer. But what about our good works? The Bible says both the bad and the good will be exposed. You see, those secret God-honoring moments where we have humbly served people without seeking recognition. Should we not be motivated to be caught being good by the Lord more than we are ashamed of being caught being bad? So let's strive from this point on to live our lives in such a way that God is glorified and the Messiah is magnified through our faith, which leads to good works and humbly leads others to follow him as well. Let's pursue lives worthy of being exposed. Matthew chapter 5, verse 16, in the same way, let your light shine before men so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father in heaven. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and it's easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. You can share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.